Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your Creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augustil will affix the Zaithisk, the purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Well, we can't leave this unchecked.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
Damn thing could blot out the sun. That thing could swallow us in a gulp.
I suggest we admire it from afar.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham! Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A Creche must be near. Come, my kin await.
And we'll just pat the dragon on the head, I suppose?
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek. Rider, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child?
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Gith vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands any more than it does the Absolute followers.
Take word to your Creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Gith ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The Creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification. Still warm from the red dragon's fire.
Those dragons burn hotter than me.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
Wait. These markings. Tirsu's script scratched in the ground. A Creche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once.
How do I know I can trust your people?
You don't have to trust them. Only to trust me. I have not failed you yet, and I have no intentions of it now. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true.
I believe you. Let's go.
Very well. You may lead.
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
Looks like Lathander, god of the dawning sun.
Yes? Who goes there? A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Looks like a monastery to Lathander. What's your problem with the god of the dawn?
Oh, I mean no offense to the Morning Lord. I simply prefer when his monasteries aren't overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards. But stupid. Chocky.
Your charming companion would call it a creche. But it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
You tried to buy one of their children.
What? No, of course not. I was merely... Well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
Let me think about it.
What? Surrender an egg and I will not stand for it.
I see this being a highly prosperous partnership. A word of advice. Avoid direct confrontation. Creche-bound Githyanki can be a deadly sort.
This view's almost worth the walk.
Approach the fairy in Lathander's grace. May his gaze shine upon you, pilgrim.
Impossible. Good. With great effort, great reward. Or so I hope.
Must have been out of use for a long old time. What a sight! We should stop for a nice little lunch. Take it all in.
Is the worm gnawing at your grey matter? We must find a Creche and be purified.
True. Fine. First, purify the tadpole, then a little lunch.
We should make a camp before we start exploring the ruins.
If the Gith are looking for that artifact, then we may have something valuable on our hands. And it's a powerful weapon to boot. Things are starting to look very interesting.
The Gith Knight is as merciless as the dragon he rides. That we still have our heads is nothing short of a miracle.
Food, hungry.
I have food. Would you like it?
Want bite?
Go ahead, eat.
Food. Eat more!
The hand that feeds is the hand that's loved. It'll never leave your side now.
No! Run!
I stand corrected.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the Creche on high alert.
Undead crushed underfoot. The Dawn Lord certainly knows how to make space for new life.
Seems the Gith Yankee came to blows with the cultists. Let's hope they keep each other busy.
Within the artifact, a feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Gith Yankee. They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
The door is closed.
Did you expect anything else?
Let's look for another way in.
What do you mean, too drunk? It's not possible.
I can smell the alcohol on their breath from here. Drunk and flammable. What a combination.
The monks did quite a bit of business here. 1 bottle, 1 pan, 3 bottles. Gold donation, 2 bottles, 1 cat. Cat? Who pays for wine with a cat? Here, this way.
What is that awful mewling?
Almost sounds like weeping.
Looks like an ambush.
Gromishkas? They're no lovers of magic. Better watch where I cast.
Tome of complaints to the Dawnmaster, who allowed a pilgrim to pay with a cat. And what sort of cat even is it? One of novices told me they saw it grow to the size of a humongous hound. Please, can we just accept gold for goods like ordinary folk? And for God's sakes, call on someone to get rid of that nasty animal. Founding of Rosymorn Monastery. In our fray with the Sharon thieves, we retrieved the blood, but one of the heretics struck the amber encasing his blood, damaging the most holy relic. The exposed blood shone with unbreakable radiance, reducing the Sharon hoard to dust for us to sift from this now holy ground. We fashioned a simple chapel around ourselves here, and have encased the blood within steel. Our chapel will become a great monastery, and the blood shall be secreted away with a great many more wiles than it was before. Powerful weapon blessed with Lathander's light. Worth a look, I think.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Lathanderian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawnmasters, esteemed members of the clergy. The reconsecration of the monastery conducted by Dawnmaster Seed. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawnmaster Stockhold. Dawnmaster Vassaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory.
Someone took weapons from other altars. I wonder, defenders or enemies?
It looks like Githyanki armor.
A Guardian of Faith spell. Strong is its faith indeed to linger still in these ancient halls.
Extraordinary that it's lasted so long. See that axe under him? Time to strike.
This is the journal of Brother Wellen, novice of Lathander, documenting the Githyanki attack on Rosymorn Monastery. They launched their attack at dawn. We barricade ourselves in a room and summoned a Guardian of Faith to protect us, or at least buy us time to figure out what to do to get out of here. A Githyanki managed to make its way through the window. Fortunately, the Guardian took care of it, but I'm sure that others will come. Still trapped. I just heard a roar. I think it might be a dragon. If it is...
Arskel Stockhold, Dawnmaster. From death, life.
Buried with a ceremonial mace, in honor of the many humble maces he wielded in his lifetime, as he purged the evil from this land.
A fallen Githyanki warrior. A Crèche must be close.
Location: good. Building well fortified. Defense: minimal. Seems to be a religious building. Prime spot for Crèche. Suggest immediate occupation.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy!
I'm just interested in the big device. I promised to not meddle with the nest.
Fine. Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it! It might have germs.
A formidable weapon. Was this used on my people? See, they're in the nest. Yet another ceremonial weapon. I better call Astarion.
I'm happy to do this alone.
The bird eyes you with suspicion, but doesn't attack.
Gustas efferve.
Your prowess in battle is remarkable, as is your battle stance itself.
Rathajack. A technique known to few outside Kaleer. Shall I teach you?
I'll pass, thank you. I prefer abjuration over acrobatics.
Astarion's back with the weapon. A letter and a strange crest with the Lathander symbol. I don't think we're going to make it, but the blood is secure. We closed it off with magic. Only one of our own can take it. If anyone else tries, the walls will fall, and they won't get out of here alive.
Blood of Lathander. A holy relic, surely.
Still to be found somewhere, perhaps.
It must be near.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! Lathander, forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
Talking statues. I don't like the sound of that.
A magic mouth spell. So that voice must be from someone long deceased.
We have failed the Morning Lord. He bled for us, brethren, and we were tasked with locking our gazes eternally upon his blood. We let those gazes falter, and the blood was taken. Paladin Vassaid is chosen in light to find the relic.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
This is where they kept the blood of Lathander.
On full display, all but begging to be thieved.
No wonder it was looted.
Beloved Morning Lord, I must request of thee a reverential reverie. I visited this place in a forlorn and forgotten age to lay mine eyes upon the blood of Lathander.
We have made great progress in finding his lost blood. I pen this entry as our gaze lies upon a Sharon outpost. We advance upon those heretic Nightbringers at the first light of dawn tomorrow, and shall leave naught but ashes in our wake.
Githyanki blade, no doubt.
One mighty thrust, one life purged.
Any word on the search for the artifact, Rastiel? Loose words are food for Gith spies. You should know better. Forgive me. We have not been visited by an Inquisitor in an age. It is an honor.
I would be more concerned than excited.
A real Githyanki Creche. Few outsiders learn the secrets of such places. Fewer still live to share their observations. A keen eye and a quiet tongue may serve us well here.
Feels like we're walking into a trap.
This place is enlightening. My own Creche, Kaleer, is remote and sunless, cloaked in the silence of wild space. My Savage would find this one altogether too genial.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
Stand down, Gish. Is it not Vlaakith's command to welcome her faithful?
I expected no visitors, faithful or otherwise. Why have you come?
We seek the Zaithisk. Show me the way.
You are infected. A gate thrall is something to eradicate, not reason with.
The faithful may be purified. This is Vlaakith's protocol.
Fine. Let the Gustil carry out your fate. Report to the infirmary at once. And step carefully. Creche like watches you.
I suppose you've never seen a Creche under an Inquisition before, Rastil. You are in luck. I find an operation runs much more efficiently under proper observation.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon. The search must be going badly.
Hush, Quaniwell!
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? Forgive me, just still. I wasn't complaining. I'm honored to help search.
Quaniwell, look at her. She's clearly not with the Inquisition.
An Istik? But you can't be here. I can't be seen with you. The Chakrai.
Quaniwell, the Inquisition have more to worry about than who you talk to in the corridors.
Tell me, why are the Inquisition here?
The Inquisition are here on Queen Vlaakith's orders. They're searching for a weapon that could finally destroy the Gate.
Quaniwell, keep your mouth shut. You're going to get us in deep, Skva.
You sound pretty afraid of the Inquisition. Why?
They're the darkness at the edge of Queen Vlaakith's light. It's easy to get lost in their shadow. When they find the weapon, they'll go, and things here can be normal again.
This is only a taste of the mercy a Gate would show you. When you have a chance to kill your enemy, you take it.
I'd already disarmed her.
Perhaps a tadpole has already addled your brain. Is that it?
My brain is fine.
Pavrilk! Stop this insufferable whining.
Are you here to learn from our Savage? He's so powerful and wise. No wonder Vlaakith put such faith in him.
He's over there, but he's in a bad mood.
Stupid Val! Why didn't you just kill me? The Savage will make our lives miserable. Val's so weird. Why doesn't he fight back?
Shocky! Why do you keep hesitating? My instructions were clear.
Because they don't make sense. Killing each other like this. It's stupid. Obvious.
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
Leave the boy alone. You made your point.
I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a geek's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik. What is it? These insufferable interruptions are distracting from my lessons.
Why was the boy refusing to kill?
For his sake, I hope it was a moment of temporary insanity. The illithids infecting this region are not to be reasoned with. They are to be exterminated. If he has not regained his senses by the time he rejoins my training, his return will be a short and painful one. Quicker! A geek would have smeared you across the floor by now.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone talk the Savage down from a rage like that. He's always telling us how we have to be ruthless, that death is the only mercy we deliver. But you showed compassion and kindness. You're just like... Never mind. Don't mention Orpheus. Don't mention Orpheus. Wait. What if the Savage can read my mind? Don't think about Orpheus. Don't think about Orpheus.
I'm just like Orpheus.
You've heard of him too? He's so strong and wise, and he rides a comet. A comet! I found his book. Part of it anyway. I read it all the time. He's unbelievable.
Where did you get this book?
A group of warriors came. Outsiders. On a mission for Vlaakith herself. Savage Kethk made us clean their armor. And I found it. Inside one of the breastplates. Wish I knew who it belonged to. I have so many questions. Hopefully, one day I'll find them.
Have a look at my chapter. Perhaps you can find some answers in there.
What is it? Is this another part of the book?
Are you mad? This legend is a heresy to my queen. Merely uttering his name is enough to tempt a violent fate.
These words. There's so much more to know about him. I can't believe it. Please, let me give you the fragment I have. Thank you, Rastil. Razerai ka tavkim crushed.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince, there's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus. You must have questions.
The Creche training room was illuminating. Are Gith instructors always so brutal?
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
That's awful. Is life not precious to the Githyanki?
Not every life is equal. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. Their lives were not precious. They were a blight that required expunging. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself. She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect. In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
The sign of Orpheus. Blasphemy! Would I could quarter the vandal myself. Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
Istik are permitted to view the birthing pools now. These are strange times. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to pick your remains from them.
I thought a hatchery would have more eggs.
Most are hatched. Only one remains, monitored by Voss, the caretaker of our young. You may speak to the Voss if you wish, but stay away from the egg. There will be no second warning.
I am watching you, Istik. You are permitted in here. Do not confuse that with being welcome.
A hatchery with a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain?
Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less, though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
Githyanki look quite humanoid. How did you evolve to lay eggs?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Who does the laying? I'm curious about the logistics.
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
Please come out. Come on, little one. Come on now. It's time to come out. You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... Oh. I was not expecting an Istik. What brings you to my hatchery?
You mistook me for someone. Who were you expecting?
Someone with orders from our commander to destroy this egg. Almost all of the eggs in his clutch have hatched. We await only one more, which is taking its time.
Failure at the first hurdle of existence. Most caretakers would crush it and be done.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance, but I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
You're being very protective of this egg. Why?
Not all that arrive late are weak. I created this entire hatchery, despite being the last of my clutch to hatch. They almost drowned me in the hatching pool. If it wasn't for the Voss of my clutch. This one deserves the same chance.
Let me help. I can take it somewhere safe.
You? What do you know about Githyanki child rearing? Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now, and if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you?
I'll raise it as if it were my own flesh and blood.
That's what I feared. Still, I'm sure its nature will pervade, even if raised among lesser species. I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Therazin's patience has its limits. Very well. Here, take these. They will aid your approach to the egg.
Fine Githyanki egg, at least on the outside. You can see a vague outline of something within it. The egg is warm to the touch, the rough shell like slate beneath your fingers. Whatever is within is stirring ever so slightly.
An unhatched Githyanki egg should be the burden of a Voss, not a warrior, whether ascended or otherwise. And yet, I'm drawn to the warmth of it. A child of Gith and a servant of Vlaakith grows within. Keep it close. Perhaps in our care, it might yet hatch. And don't you dare pass it to that lunatic woman prowling the mountain pass. The first 10 protocols. The young must abide them, or bear the Savash's barbed whip. This Creche's bunks look entirely too soft for my liking.
If you're looking for the young ones, they're with the Savash in combat drills.
Gustil Stornagos employs some intensive methods for a healer. I know the Gustil does necessary work, but does she have to enjoy it so much? Renthiel was examined in the Zaithisk recently. I haven't seen him since. Perhaps he got sent back to scout Moonrise.
A parasite, brimming with magic. Take it.
Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking?
I am a child of Gith, not discarded rat flesh. Am I not due your respect?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Let the Istik with you speak, and I will decide what respect you're owed.
I'd prefer Lae'zel to speak on my behalf.
Lae'zel, is it? Fine. And be quick. My work is of vital import.
We carry Geich tadpoles and have done so for countless days, yet we show no symptoms. We must enter the Zaithsk.
You are infected, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Fascinating. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaithisk. I will ensure you are cured. Even Githyanki rarely experiences Zaithisk. You are very lucky, Istik. Go on. My time is vital. Do not squander it.
The Zaithisk. Vlaakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right.
The device is an ingenious synthesis of illithid anatomy and metal alloys. It hums with psionic energy, hinting at paths into unknown minds and unseen planes.
Stand aside! My time has come.
Go ahead, Lae'zel. You've earned it.
Praise Vlaakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaithisk end your suffering. You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaithisk will do the rest.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with Lae'zel's. The Zaithis psionic forces batter Lae'zel's thoughts. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed.
Yes, child, speak the Talakit. Meditate on its verses.
You feel Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
Endure, Lae'zel. The cure is worth the torment.
The cure! Vlaakith Mazathok Iskazeth!
You share in Lae'zel's agony. Every cell within her skull bursts into a constellation of fragments, sorted and reassembled. Lae'zel will die if she remains.
Yes, child. Jamar, Zala, Vlaakith, call to your queen!
My queen! Hear me! Get her away from that thing! Now!
Your vision narrows. You sense myriad spectres of Githyanki past. This is their fate. This is their anguish. Lae'zel's life is laid bare among those that came before. Her thoughts are turned to silver thread and relayed to the astral sea. The voices of the dead cry out as one. The Zaithis collects memories from the infected and executes them. It is not for curing. It's for killing.
I've seen the truth, Lae'zel. This device doesn't cure. It kills.
What? Subscribe! No! It can't be! It can't! This was my right! Skagga! What madness is this? The Zaithis nearly destroyed me! I am Githyanki! I will not be Gith!
My life's work gone! And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
You're wrong. Can't you see it in her eyes? The parasite's dead.
Really? Then all this destruction was a symptom of its power? Incredible. I am disappointed that we could not extract it alive. It would have been an exceptional specimen. In any case, the problem is resolved. Leave me. I must salvage what I can.
Smoke rises like hot breath, but whatever semblance of life once powered the Zaithisk is gone.
I followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaithisk might have killed me. Someone must have tampered with it. An aberrance I can't begin to comprehend.
The Zaithisk is supposed to kill you. I saw it for myself.
This Zaithisk is a deviation. It was altered. There is no other explanation. Now hurry. We must go to the Cherai and inform him of the Zaithisk's tampering.
Another dead end. If the tadpole doesn't kill us, trying to cure it just might.
Not the resounding success we were hoping for. Still, the price of ambition is occasionally catastrophic failure. At least our skulls remain intact.
To the Inquisitor at the Creche. The Zaithisk's failure must be reported.
Maybe things will be better when the Chakrai leaves.
So long as he leaves with what he came for. Another outsider. Make yourself at home. The Cherai certainly has.
If you can aid in our search, kin, seek out Captain Therazin.
Please, Chitrai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chitrai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Therazin. My patience falters.
Yes, Chitrai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
If she keeps making me eat armor, I'm going on a hunger strike.
Once ate a dwarf, armor and all. Took me a whole 10 days to pass him. You ever tried shit in an iron helmet? No? Amateur.
An Istik in my Creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
The Istik is with me, honored Kithrak.
So noted. But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Don't tell her anything.
I seek audience with your Inquisitor. There's a traitor among you.
She speaks the truth, Kithrak.
A Sharlak? Among us? Whom would you accuse?
Your doctor.
The Gustil? A strong accusation from the mouth of an Istik. The very same said to hold the weapon we seek. Shema Zala Vlaakith. Give it to me!
No, no!
Yes. There it is. Exactly as described. The Inquisition will finally come to an end. Sva! Trickery? Heresy? How did you... You manipulate it when I cannot? You are forbidden to leave. Report to the Inquisitor at once. Deliver the prism. Do not try to leave, or it will be your death. The Inquisitor awaits. Follow the corridor.
This place is even more foreboding than the rest of the Creche.
Indeed. This place makes my skin crawl. No, makes it run full pelt.
I hope, no, expect that Ch'rai will aid us.
It's never been that simple before. I don't know why it would be now.
Our esteemed guest. Please approach. We have much to discuss. My Arden spoke of one of our kin that escaped a crashing Gith slave vessel.
Ch'rai. Vlaakith's justice in flesh.
You have accomplished much, child. I am pleased to finally meet you. I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Gith ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you. Do it. Do not disobey the Inquisitor.
Shouldn't you be more concerned with Mind Flayer invasion?
What makes you think we are not? We are talking about the grand design, the restoration of the Illithid Empire. There is nothing of greater importance. But the weapon is the solution. I have heard it directly from Queen Vlaakith herself. It is how we will stop the Mind Flayers before they destroy us all. Hand it over.
How will this weapon stop the Mind Flayers?
That is a secret known only to Queen Vlaakith. Its significance is beyond both of our stations. So, the weapon. Please.
Don't give it to him.
I can give it to you, but I don't think you'll like it.
Perhaps you should leave the thinking to me, Istik. Hand over the weapon.
No.
So it is found.
Vlaakith Gorg Shkathzai.
My queen. Shkathzai.
You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
The Deathless Queen has spoken. You will obey.
These attendants you keep, you taught them well, my child. My Lae'zel.
Chma Zala Vlaakith. You know me.
Erlon of Kalir speaks most highly, as did Alchaya before. You seek purity. I may yet grant it. Istik, you bear that which is ours. But are you friend, or are you thief?
Neither. It is mine by rights.
No! It is not yours! To own something is to know it. That weapon you carry, the astral prism, it is corrupted.
I will cleanse it for you, my queen. Tell me how.
There is someone inside. Their mind is warped, broken, a blight. They are an agent of the Grand Design, sent to sabotage the astral prism. Our last defense against the return of the Illithid Empire. As long as they live, the prism is compromised. Kill them! Do this, and I will cleanse you and your allies. Do this, and ascend!
Ascension. My queen. An honor gained. A burden borne. You must accept. Refuse, and you will know my fury.
I can't do that. The person inside protects me from the Absolute.
You are being lied to. I will be obeyed!
Skva! Do not defy my queen!
Yes, I will enter the prism and kill the occupant.
Use the Planecaster's power to enter the artifact. Be wary of the creature's lying tongue. Cut it out if you must. Wargas, they are not to leave until it is done.
As you say, my queen.
Chma Zala Vlaakith. We will not waste a second. Vlaakith has spoken. Do not leave this room except to enter the prism. Turn your back on me, and you will feel my blade against it.
We have our orders. From the Queen of the Githyanki herself, no less. Now might be the time to consider obeying them.
Not in the habit of arguing with gods, but I'm not sure what to do. Whatever might be corrupted about the prism, it's helped us thus far. Not sure I trust the Gith Queen not to crush us once we've done what she asks.
Insert the artifact into the Creche's Planecaster. We will kill the threat inside, and I will have Vlaakith's eternal regard. She will cleanse me. She will ascend me. Don't do it!
Heat pulses out of the astral prism as it begins to flower. Your mind burns hot with excitement. The concentration of psionic force is small but unmistakable. This must be a pocket of the astral plane.
Boundless. Timeless. Like every dream that ever was stitched together. It is home.
So you came, in spite of all my warnings. Disappointing. Come, we will talk in private. Just the two of us.
I'm not leaving my companions behind.
Suit yourself. But only the leader of your group is coming in. I will not allow anyone else.
If it must be so, it must be so. Do not fail me. Do not fail us.
By all means, carry on. I'll come running if you need me.
I may have made a mistake trusting you. I told you to stay away from the Githyanki, but you just couldn't help yourself. Could you? And now, you've come here to murder me.
I haven't come to murder you. I just want to talk.
Very well. What do you want to know?
Who are you really?
I told you already. I'm just like you. An adventurer from Baldur's Gate who was infected with an illithid tadpole and seeks to be free of the Absolute.
Vlaakith told me you are an agent of the illithid Grand Design.
I told you I stole the artifact from someone. Well, I stole it from Vlaakith. Since then, she has become desperate. Vlaakith wants me dead because I know her secret. It is a secret so great that if her people ever found out, that would be the end of her rule, the end of her. That same secret is how I've been protecting you from the Absolute. I can hear your thoughts. You think I'm lying. Vlaakith warned you that I would try to deceive you. But consider this. What reason have I to deceive you? I want the same thing as you. Freedom. I'm on your side. I have been since the very beginning.
Is this some kind of trick?
I already told you I protect you, that I saved you, that I'm just like you. If this was not enough to convince you, what more is there to say?
Get up. You won't die today.
It seems I was right to put my faith in you after all. Thank you. Vlaakith will be furious, to make no mention of your Githyanki companion. The Lich Queen fears nothing more than the loss of her empire. The knowledge I have of her deception will bring that about.
Vlaakith's a goddess. What could you possibly know that would bring down her empire?
Godlike in power, yes, but with none of the sanctity. Vlaakith is lying to her people. She pretends to know how Gith destroyed the Mind Flayer Empire. In truth, she knows nothing. If the Illithid Empire were ever to return, she would be incapable of stopping them. And if her people found out about her impotence, there would be mutiny, revolution, the end of her rule. But that very power, the power to resist Illithid control, which Vlaakith only pretends to know, is how I've been protecting you. I suppose she hoped to extract it from my corpse. Since you spared me that fate, she will come for you.
That's a problem.
I did warn you not to come here. But that curious streak of yours has brought us this far. I believe you will overcome this too. I have delayed long enough. The next attack is overdue, and I can't risk you being caught in the middle of it. I need you out there, searching for the Absolute. You were on the right path, to Moonrise Towers. Return to it. Be warned, the Inquisitor awaits your return from this place with orders to kill you. No doubt the rest of the Creche will join him. Good luck.
Speak. Have you killed my queen's enemy?
Actually, I learned a few things. Your queen is lying to you.
Vlaakith does not lie to her faithful. Open your mind. Show me.
Your mind tingles. Lae'zel seeks entrance. Your thoughts become one. She sees the truth of your confrontation in an instant.
Vlaakith Tafkinazin. I see only madness. Vlaakith bears the full might of Tunarath's arms and the covenant of the great Mother Gith. We must go to the Cherai. He will summon Vlaakith. She must know of this apostate.
Lae'zel, I've been waiting. You are named Hashalak. Bend your head, for my blade is ready.
Cherai, please, summon Vlaakith. There's much...
Irrelevant, Gake wretch. The Queen has spoken. Your death is decreed.
You realize what Lae'zel doesn't. Whatever the outcome of your visit to the astral prism, Vlaakith had no intention of letting either of you live.
To the death! Impressive resistance, but futile.
I'm glad you came to your senses. Now leave, before the others come for us.
Vlaakith! Vlaakith! I have wielded your fury as a blade, roared your wrath as a dragon. You promised ascension. Yet I crawl among my own people, low as an asp's belly. Shkageth! I followed your path. What good? This heart of stone, for it to be shattered. She tests me. A trial of faith. Kalir prepared me. Only the heaviest souls soar to the astral. Yes. Yes. I might gain Vlaakith's favor yet.
An impressive show of faith. Will it be enough for your queen?
Silence! I must think. I am Vlaakith's most loyal servant. She will not abandon me.
I think we taught that Inquisitor a very valuable lesson. You won't be ambushing anyone else in a hurry, or doing anything else, for that matter.
We have a lot to think about. Let's do it far away from this place.
I agree. Let's try to go out another way. We haven't found blood of Lathander yet, so there must be something else here.
Is this it? This can't be the blood of Lathander, can it? It's a bit meh.
Hardly impressive as relics go.
Lathander blesses the rising, bountiful sun. Lathander bids the setting sun a fond farewell.
Nothing like a secret door to pique one's interest.
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
If thou readst this, trespasser, turn back, lest your life be forfeit. Lathander's light may be infinite, but his mercy is not. Return. Now. The Morning Lord's wrath awaits, heretic. Retreat whilst thou can.
The blood of Lathander, as I barely live and hardly breathe.
An ornate mace hovers before you, suspended in a shaft of brilliant light. A fist-sized piece of amber flecked with crimson is set in the handle, emitting a radiance all its own. This mace must be the legendary blood of Lathander. The amber is said to contain the blood of the Morning Lord himself.
This is where the odd crest fits in.
Well-guarded stash. We did well to make it.
The tighter the security, the juicier the prize.
Is that such a surprise? It looks powerful enough to level a mountain.
So, the Githyanki have no cure for our condition. Unless you count death as a cure.
I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. I'm just disappointed.
Walking freely out of a Githyanki Crèche. A miracle if ever I've seen one. And trust me, I've seen quite a few.
I suppose not many can boast that they've been to a Githyanki Crèche and survived. Perhaps that's a good omen for our chances going forward, if you're feeling optimistic.
The sooner we get out of this Gith warren, the better.
Hey, soldier, Well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. We need to catch up with Damon. See if he's thought of a way to fix this thing. If it can be fixed.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
I'm sure we will. But, in case we don't, a bit of advice. You leave your left flank wide open. If I'm ever not around to cover it, you may find yourself on the wrong side of a goblin spear one of these days.
Blood hurts.
Let me see.
Look, cut.
Hold still. I'll make it better.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Good. No hurt.
How did this happen?
Teeth. Claws. Bigger.
You fought something bigger than you? Why?
Strong. Fight. Win.
Take on something closer to your own size next time.
Too big. Wait. Strong. Show you.
You do realize these things grow, do you not? Teeth and talons first.
I love him so much!
Adorable. Let me know when it brings you something fresh.
Supreme Kithrak, has Vlaakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Piasecka-Jarzabek. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh! I should run you through for suggesting it.
Are you talking about the person inside? Do you know who that is?
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlaakith's tyranny. The prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons, When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, just still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaithisk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness! You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
He speaks true of the Zaithisk. You need to trust him.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles, yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
So we're going to meet Voss in the city, are we? Set the tenant of the prism free? This is all very, I don't know. I like a good caper, but I'd long for a tiny bit of status quo now and again.
What will Voss have to show for himself when we catch up with him, I wonder? His intelligence may yet prove the key to unlocking the artifact's secrets. We should ensure we follow up when we reach Baldur's Gate.
There's a schism growing among the Githyanki people, and Lae'zel just took one step towards choosing a side.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate? Good for her.
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
Vlaakith kasivim chrath crashet. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate, but they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed, the root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith. She has sinned against me.
What does ascension entail, exactly?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Gith enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Voss called Vlaakith a tyrant. Does that mean you agree?
I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
And if Voss is wrong, if his claims are wrong, and Vlaakith's are real,
then when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
Who is the one in the prism, do you think?
I don't know. I can't know, and that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right. I'd like time to think. We must press forward. Let's deal with Ketheric, then find Voss in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
What news of our little project? Have you found the egg?
Here's an egg, take it.
Oh, you wonder... Hold on. It looks different to what I expected. Are you sure that's a Gith egg?
Of course not. It's from an Owlbear. But I bet your employers won't know the difference.
What the Society doesn't know won't hurt it. And we're left handsomely legacied either way. I rather like this plan. You have yourself an accord. Here's your payment. I'd hope it's enough to warrant your discretion, too. Thank you so much. Do be sure to pop into the lodge should you ever visit Baldur's Gate.
Goodbye, and safe travels.